Hello, how are y'all? As you can see, we've got kind of a different project for you today. I am going to do some DIY options that you can get from the dollar store or the dollar section at Walmart or clearances from Hobby Lobby, Michael's, your favorite places. I did this to show you different options that you can do besides just doing diamond painting. I have quite a few different outlets as far as creating. I love to create pieces I can use in my home. I love to create wreaths, just different works of arts. It's just how you work. So the first thing I'm going to show you is a stained version and a white version of each of these projects that I'm about to build. I've already got the white ones built of the stained stuff, so I'm just going to show you the difference between the two once they're built. And then I'm going to show you a little laundry room or bathroom cute little thing you can do for your wall. And the stain that I used is called Gunstock. It's just wood finish stain from Walmart. I think it was like $3. And then the paint I've been using is Waverly from Walmart. It is actually cheaper. It's Waverly chalk paint. It's actually cheaper than the Deco art paint from Hobby Lobby, even when it's on sale. So I just go ahead and buy it at Walmart. I have different colors. I have white. I have the gray. I have a dark gray, a lighter gray, the black, two kind of greens, and then a blue, a soft blue, so I can do different things for my house. Now, I normally don't stain, so my house is pretty much in the farmhouse chic type style, so I'm going to show you how to do the farmhouse look on items and then the wood look. Depending on your home, what you like, you can get stain in any color to match your furniture. I will, at the end, kind of show you what my furniture looks like so you can see why I say I stick with the farmhouse look. I have a big pot of flowers up here that you probably, I don't know if you can see it or not. No, but up here is a big old pot of flowers to put into little things like this or in my wreaths. So I'm going to get started with the first one, which I need to have two of these. These are at Dollar Tree. They come in this color, which is a pine color. And these are the deeper ones. They're like the trays that you would use in bed to eat. They're kind of like that, but smaller. These are more like it, but you can tell they're a lot more shallow than these are. These are new at Dollar Tree. These are new. Everything here is on the new side of what Dollar Tree is starting to do now with their wood, which is great because they're starting to bring out a lot of different wood pieces, which I absolutely love because then I can do DIYs with a little bit of Dollar Tree stuff, and I can go to like Goodwill and find things there and kind of mix them together and make a very pretty project. That's what I love. So I'm going to take these two, and these two, and I am going to put them together. But first, I want to make this look like trellis. So I am going to go ahead and get these little green leaves that are, they come in a big roll at Walmart, but I cut them down to each size. There's a wire in them to kind of help keep them whatever way you want to go with them. And I think it was $3 for the roll. It's a 63-foot or 64-foot roll of this, which is great because I can use it on a whole lot of projects, and it'll cost me less than $1 once I went through all the projects. I'm going to stain out of here since everything's already stained. Kind of move them right there. Now, I got these from Dollar Tree. They are great when you're working with the hot glue gun. You can put them on your fingers and be able to touch the glue, especially when you're doing wreaths or something that is cloth-like. You can use them on all your fingers. I usually just have it on my thumb on woodwork because what I'm touching is usually right there. Just putting my thumb on it to push it down. So I'm going to straighten that out a little. Now I cut these to fit where I wanted them, which was in between the grooves of the trellis here. They do have pallet looking ones, which I'll show you later. They're mini pallets, which are really cool to do the little American flags on and other things, which I'm going to show you. So there's 3 for that one and 3 for this one. And if you want to keep just the wood look, you can do that too. Just make sure you stain all of it and stain in between, which I kind of laxed on because of the fact that I'm putting these in there, so I didn't really see the point of wasting my stain. Now I'm going to put glue here. Once the glue gun gets in. There we go. Now I put it in between here, just try to help where you don't have to do too much cleanup later. This way. Alright, and then just push the wire in between. And you can, once it settles and dries, you can pull the leaves up so they stick out. And there. So I wanted to make my channel more versatile of not just doing diamond painting or doing one art, because I feel everybody has a multiple art that they enjoy, and I feel that everybody should have multiple outlets because sometimes you can't afford one outlet. Diamond painting can get very expensive, especially if you're one of those people like me who want to make sure the artist is paid. Diamond paintings can get really expensive really quick, and I have found that the ones that pay their artists have better products all around, so I just rather spend my money wisely than spend it to people who pretty much don't deserve the credit for the stuff because they didn't make it. Alright. Let that sit aside and dry. Let's get this one done. Now I'm working on my dresser because it's just the right height for me to stand and work at. Until I can get a table built in my garage and get my air conditioner in the window so it's not so hot in there. I do live in southern Tennessee, so yeah, it gets pretty warm down here, which is not fun, but I don't have the horrible Illinois winters anymore either, so we might have them for a week or two, but not for months on end. There we go. Alright, and I use Now it's like putty, so you can kind of move it and form the glue. There you go. That one. I've made sure the leaves all go upwards, just so it kind of coincide with each other. Alright, so once that dries, then you can kind of fluff the leaves out and have it all how you want to make it look. If you're wanting flowers, you can either do really little ones from Dollar Tree like this and completely cut them back here and glue them in the spots that you want them in. That you can do that too if you want some color to it. Now, the fun part is going to be putting it together. I use 2 different types of glue when I do woodwork, and you don't want to mix these, but you need one for the longevity hold and one to hold temporarily till the longevity kicks in. So this rail right here, I'm gonna do that much glue of this, and then right in that center I'm gonna put some E6000 in there, and that's what's gonna hold it for longevity wise. Make sure it's centered. I don't know if my little clip will hold that much. Nope. I got these little clips from Dollar Tree too, and they help a lot by holding things in place for me and keeping it straight to dry. I'll do the same thing with the other side. I'll stick this in the center. And we'll close it up, because if I don't, it'll start spewing out all over the top of here until I'm ready to use it again. And then my hot glue. Okay. And then I'm going to put it on this side. And you're going to get that stringy stuff on the hot glue. All you got to do is when it cools off, just pull it back off. It comes right off. And then let's set that one in there. Dollar Tree has really kind of stepped up their game on things to help you do what you need to do as far as putting stuff together and making it pretty and all that fun stuff. So, and then I'm going to take another one and set it on top and make sure there's nothing in it. So I'm going to go ahead and set up the glue for here and here. And those people that love using the glue guns, I'm going to show you a really fun, easy trick. Take a little bit of the glue when you have to put a new tube in. Just dab it in a little bit of the glue and press it against the tube that's in there, and it'll hold it and pull it forward. And that way you're not sitting there trying to push it to get the glue to come out until the new one feeds through. And it's a great trick to make it just easier on you. And then we're going to take this there, and you want to do this pretty much all at one time, so that way while it's drying it's all level together, it'll be straight. There we go. And then when it dries, which is about 15-20 minutes, it will turn out like this. Now this is the farmhouse version that I did, and I went ahead and did the farmhouse version ones and let them dry up so I can show you the finished product. All I did was take a stencil in the farmhouse look and stenciled the front. You can leave it alone. If you're putting it in the bathroom, you can put something cute for a bathroom on the front. If you're putting it on your dresser, which is where mine is, you can put whatever decorations you want on the front to kind of match your decor. And when this sits on my dresser, it sits like this. And then I bought this. It's a little round cutout piece of the green foam. It already had these in it, so I bought these for $1 and stuck them down in there, and then their leaves that came on that I put in there so it's a little bit fuller. And I set that in there, and I set my bracelets or my rings up in the top, and then in the bottom I have some medicines that I take, so I set them in the bottom so they're kind of together. So that is what the first one's going to turn out looking like. Now the second one of this tray that you can do with is really cute. I really enjoyed how the other one turned out, so I'm really hoping this one turns out just as good because it was really pretty. And these they come in the same color as the boxes do. They're from the Dollar Tree. You get 30 in a package. These make really good lettering blocks for the dollar stickers at Walmart. They're the perfect size to put these on, and so that way you can, you know, write something inside your boxes. I'm gonna see if I got enough here to do what I want, and I do. Yep, looks like I got one too many to do it. That's good. I just kind of stained quite a few of them so I would have them together. So the first thing we're going to do is get these blocks set up so that way the glue can set while we're working on other stuff, which I can take my little thumb thing off because I'm going to be working with E6000. Alright. You can take your blocks and arrange them in what words you want to do. Just take a little bit of this, squeeze together. They don't have to be perfectly together or even, which they're never going to be even with these because each one of these blocks are not precisely cut. They're just raw little piece chunks. Alright. Press together. Like I said, don't have to be even. Just like you can see, the stain's not even depending on the block is how the stain took to it. Plus I did it with a rag. I always do stain with a rag on wood just because I feel it turns out better. It's just like how they do your cabinets. Your cabinets are actually done this way. It doesn't leave brush strokes from your brush, you know, your paintbrush and stuff. It actually leaves a nice smooth look. And if you guys want to know how to do that, let me know and I can do a small tutorial for you. But you literally just take a rag and brush it on. And if you want to get it thicker, just keep adding a little more in layers and it'll eventually get as dark as you want. Or if you want it lighter, you just keep brushing it after you put it on. take the towel that's the clean part and keep wiping it, and it'll change to lighter or darker. But I really liked how this particular stain came out. It's really pretty with the cherry type undertone to it. So you're going to take your box and pick a flower or a decoration you want to put in it. If you want to do something with the sea theme or something like that, they do have these cute little jars like this that you can get from the Dollar Tree. Take 3 of them and fill them up with sand, because corks do come out, and you can put them on this side, and then do at the Dollar Tree they have like the anchor. You can put the anchor in the back and then put these up front on here. But I'm gonna do this one with a flower, and I'm gonna pull one out of here. Let's see. Alright. Okay. You want just a little bit on the back, because it's got to stand up just above the leaves in the back, so it's got to have a little bit of a stand to it. And then I'm going to take, like I said, I have a whole pot of them over here, so I'm just kind of clipping them right off the thing here. And the great thing is they're $1. Walmart right now has some sunflowers and stuff on clearance for 50 cents. So I kind of stocked up on my sunflowers because I use them a lot. And take them in and set them the way you want them to set in there. And then pull your hand back there. Keep it in place. And what you're going to do is see how they're sitting. Make sure they're all around that base there. Okay. Now, this glue can be mixed with Gorilla Glue, which I love to use also, because on plastic you don't really want to use that. That E6 2000s for the wood part. But if you're using plastic on top of wood, I would suggest using this. Sit in there. And it's going to take a little to dry, so just kind of let it sit and do its thing. And then I'm going to do my letters. So I'm going to open this up, because I just got these. I use these a lot, so I have like 6 or 7 sheets of them here. And I'm going to do And like I said, you can put any message that you want on your little sign. You can put welcome. You can put kitchen helper, if you want to put it in the kitchen. Pretty much any message you can think of. This one I'm kind of doing it what my motto is for my channel. Because I want to have a channel that is for everyone. I do not want to exclude anybody in this world, because I would not want to be excluded myself. And I think we are in a society now that has changed a lot since we were children, and it's kind of sad because children today don't know the value of a dollar, don't know how to work hard for what they have. And I actually taught my children economics from home, because the school district that I live in does not teach it, and I wanted my children to respect their money and respect what they've earned and work hard, because this is not a giveaway. We don't hand you nothing here. If you get bad grades, we take your stuff away. We just don't play with when it comes to what your job is. Now, Mosh, I got the big bottle of Mosh Posh from Walmart, but the Dollar Tree does have the smaller bottles, so you can get them for $1. And I'm just gonna seal these letters on, so that if it tends to be some moisture in the air for some reason, or if you're putting it in a bathroom, the seal will make sure that your letters stay on and not come off on you. Make sure you're doing the whole front of the block. And make sure you're getting all the edging, because you want to seal all the way up to the edge and make sure that it's got plenty of area to hold. And this does dry clear, so don't fret if you see it white. Once it dries, it comes out clear, because you want to make sure that everything is good. I want to make sure these are good and sealed. I'm trying to do it quickly so you guys can not have to sit here forever. Alright. Like I said, I already done this stuff in the white, so I'm going to show you how they turned out too, and put them side by side, just to kind of give you the idea that you can do pretty much either with. You can paint them, you can stain them. They work good for both. And this is why I didn't glue that flower down yet, because I wanted to make sure that my leaves and everything didn't cover up my wordings. Put that glue back in there. Alright. And once it dries, that's what the wood one looks like. And here's what the white farm style looked like. I really enjoyed doing these. I think they were really cute. And they have... I'll leave that one flat so it can dry. But you can do any message, like I said, the live, laugh, love. I've got frames all over my bedroom that say that too. So that's always been a cute little saying for me. And let's see. We're gonna do this project real quick. Which, like I said, I stained everything. Stain all sides because you don't know what's gonna be seen, what's not. Blah, blah, blah. Same with this, all sides. What I'm going to do is the first one is going to be and then on these little boxes you're just going to do the outer two, flip them on their side. E6000 is getting a little low, which is good because that means I've been working. So I'm going to take a little bit of hot glue and these two crates. You're going to push them together and make sure they're level with each other. Now I'm going to show you that if you really want to make it seamless, you can take wood putty from Dollar Tree and wood putty this. I'm not going to do it now because I'm just trying to show you how to put them together. I'm going to use my little clips here to hold them, just like that. Keep pressure on that back side. And then I'm going to glue these. Always E6000 in the center, hot glue the outer edge, and then you got to double up every year. Do the same thing with these. Turn it this way. Press all three of them together. Try to get them as even as possible. I always flip around and kind of push down to see if they're even. Now these are really cute. They come in a flower shape, this, the heart shape, and the star are the three that they come in. And they're really cute, but if you don't want any decoration like that on front, you can take it, do the back, put it in there, and put a little knob. You can put a little bead, if you find a little cute bead, or a button to use as a little knob. And then you got plain looking drawer, nobody can see through. I have mine in my bathroom for Q-tips and small things like that on my counter. And you take these. I'm going to leave the clips on there because I want to make sure that's a good seam. And like I said, if you want a seamless look, you can take the wood putty, put it through, sand it, and then redo the stain. Or you could have done it before you stain, but I wanted to make sure each piece got a good helping of stain. I did not stain the insides, and the reason is because on the wood, if you're doing the paint, it's too much paint in there and it starts to make it where it's not easy to get out. So we are going to turn this upside down and again get our E6000 out, our E6000 out. See if I can speak today. And then, there you go. Right down the center. And again, hot glue. All around the edge. You want to make sure you get a good amount on there, because this is going to be on top of this. So we're going to flip it. The best way to make it even is to go down straight down the center of that little heart or whatever you got on there. There we go. Press down, get it to attach really good. It's going to hang off the back on these. Now, if you want multiple layers, you can stack them. Put the bigger one on the bottom, these, or you can make these bigger. It's however you want to make it look, but you can kind of do the hopscotch look. You can put big, the little, another big, and another little, and then you got a taller jewelry box or whatever you want to use it for. And then I want to show you the farmhouse one. Like I said, even if you don't want to put your finger in here, you can put a little bead or something right there to use as a drawer. And like I said, if you want to make the tic-tac-toe so you have a bigger one, you can also do that. But I wanted to give you the contrast of the chalk paint and the stain. I'm not going to always do that. I just did for this video because I wanted the difference for you guys to show you. But most of my woodwork's going to be like this or in some kind of coloring for farmhouse look. So I'm going to set this aside. I would let it dry for about 2 hours. And then take the clamps off and you should be good to go. Now I did take a sanding block to the edges of these because they were so rough. They don't really finish them very well. So I did do that. I painted them white. And the reason I went ahead and painted it before is because I wanted to make sure they were dry to do the job. And then these were at the Dollar Tree. They came in one big piece. I cut them up because I'm going to put them in here. And I'm trying to figure it. Yeah, we'll do it that way. And they're stickers, which are really cool. And what you can do, if I can get this one to start coming off, there we go. Slowly pull it off so you don't rip nothing. Alright. And then whatever color you're going to do, if you can see, it's transparent in most places. So it's going to show through. So make sure you have what you want down as far as coloring before. There's one. Now Dollar Tree has come out with some really cool stickers like this and some really neat I'll think of the word in a second. Rub-offs. That's what I'm talking. The rub-on stickers, the rub-on transfers. They got some really cool sheets of them too, which this is one of them right here that I really liked. And it just has all different sayings on it. Make sure this is down good, no bubbles. You can use your finger, or you can use like a flat plastic piece, and you can just make sure that they're all secured in. And we are going to seal them to make sure they stay on. Alright, this one's going to come off in 2 pieces. Alright. I want to make sure we're taking it off together so we don't lose a toothbrush or a toothpaste there. And then pick. Alright, and then I'm going to take the Mod Podge again and a brush. And grab the right one, because certain ones are for this and certain are for painting. And all the way from the top, all the way through it, because you want to make sure it's got a good seal. I use a lot of this Mod Podge. You can use this in diamond paintings too. A lot of people use it in the diamond paintings. Just make sure you get a thicker brush, because it's got to be able to get in between the diamond. Which I have a bigger one that I use for that. When you wash your brushes, make sure you wash them thoroughly. And keep a, if you have to, because you ain't got like a craft room, keep a baggie and label the bags after you wash and dry them. Label the bag paint or glue. That way you're not using your paint ones in your glue and your glue ones in your paint, because that can cause some issues, especially if you weren't expecting to seal it, because now it's got sealer in it. Trying to do this quickly, so again, you're not sitting here forever. But I want to make sure you guys see what it's supposed to look like and what it's supposed to do. There we go. Make sure it's even as much as possible. There. And the good thing about Mod Podge is you can take a good healthy chunk out at a time. So when you're doing a bigger project, it's not as rough to deal with. And some people just pour it straight on. Depending on what I'm working on, I will. But if it's something like this, I prefer to just brush it. There we go. Like I said, make sure you take your brushes and keep them separate so you know which ones go to which. Because these will be, even when you wash them, they will have some stiffness to them. And then you got some cute little signs for your bathroom, which I think turned out really cute. I'm going to show you some different ones you can do for your laundry room, for your kitchen. You can take them, and if you want to make them a unit like this, all you got to do is get the little mini hinges and put them on together. And you can put them flat, or you can kind of, I would put this, I have a shelf above my toilet, so I would take this and hinge it together, because it's not flat where you can keep them together. And I'm going to hinge it and then make sure that it's flush hinging, so that way it can move like this. And then put a little plant, a flat little plant in front of it, something like a succulent or something like that. But that's what I got for you today. I thought these were really cute little DIYs that you can do at home, just to kind of freshen up your decor. Everything here The wood, all this wood was from the Dollar Tree. Literally every piece of it. Which you cannot buy wood these days for a decent price anymore. So the fact that the Dollar Tree is stepping up their game on having the wood for $1 now is amazing. But if there's anything here that you see and you think you can't build, I can build it for you. I have no problems doing that. If you want one of these pieces, just let me know and I will send it to you, because I built these to really show you guys how to work with this stuff. I'm determining on making a little Etsy shop of these little kind of knickknacks and stuff that you can do, just so you guys can buy them in case you don't have the decorative finger or that kind of time or imagination. And some people just don't have a lot of money, and a lot of these, that's why I do Dollar Tree and dollar items, is so that people who don't have a lot of money can do something and be productive with their craft. Y'all be kind, love one another, hug one another, and make sure you be kind to one another. Y'all have a good day.